Part 2, Learning Through Laughter. As our journey continues, we move from watching comedy to learning through it. Stand-up comedy is not only for entertainment, it is a classroom for the ears. Every joke carries a piece of real English, hidden inside laughter. The challenge for learners is to listen not just for the funny part, but for the way words are used. By doing this, comedy becomes a living language lesson, one that never feels boring or forced. Let's begin with listening skills. When we listen to a comedian, we hear how words connect. In textbooks, we see sentences like, "What are you doing?" But in real speech, comedians say, "What ya doin'?" or "What ya up to?" These little shortcuts, called reductions, make English sound smooth and fast. By noticing them in comedy, learners begin to understand how real conversation sounds, preparing them for life outside the classroom. Another important skill is intonation awareness, how the voice moves up and down. Comedians use this to show emotions, and every rise or fall changes meaning. For example, when a comedian raises their tone at the end of a sentence, it might show surprise or confusion. When their voice drops, it might mean they are serious or sarcastic. Listening to these musical changes helps learners understand the emotion behind words, not just the words themselves. Comedy also gives us context for idioms and slang. When Kevin Hart says something dramatic about his day, we hear phrases like, "I freaked out," "That's wild," or "He's trippin'." These expressions can't be learned from a dictionary alone. We understand them when we see how comedians use them in stories. By hearing them in action, learners remember the meaning easily, because laughter creates strong memory connections. Watching stand-up also builds our pronunciation. Most comedians speak clearly but quickly. They stress certain syllables and drag out others for comic effect. By mimicking these patterns, learners train their mouths to move naturally. It's not about copying the accent perfectly, it's about learning the rhythm. English is a language of beats, and comedy helps us find that beat. When we speak with rhythm, our speech flows easily and sounds confident. To make the most of comedy, learners can follow a simple method. First, choose a short clip from a comedian you enjoy. Watch it once just for fun. Then watch again and focus on the words. Write down a few expressions you don't understand. After that, listen again while reading the subtitles. Finally, try to repeat one small story in your own words. This process turns passive watching into active learning, the secret to progress. Let's take an example from Trevor Noah's stories about travel and accents. He often imitates how people in different countries speak English. When we listen, we notice how English changes slightly everywhere, in pronunciation, in slang, and even in humor. For learners, this is a great reminder that there is no single, correct English. There are many beautiful versions of it, and comedy helps us hear and appreciate them all. Trevor's humor about culture and misunderstanding shows us how language connects people. He often talks about moments when he said something innocent but others took it differently. These stories teach that words have tone, and that meaning depends on culture. For English learners, this lesson is powerful. Language learning is also culture learning. Understanding jokes helps us understand people's feelings, habits, and ways of thinking. Now, look at Kevin Hart's storytelling style again. His energy and speed push learners to focus harder. His jokes use lots of repetition. He repeats phrases like, "You know what I'm saying," or "Let me tell you something." These are fillers that give rhythm to speech. Native speakers use them naturally, and learners can too. Using fillers correctly makes your speech sound relaxed and real, not robotic or memorized. Kevin also plays with exaggeration, stretching small problems into funny dramas. This shows us how emotion gives meaning. When he says he was so scared I almost died, we know he doesn't mean it literally. It's exaggeration for humor. Learning to understand this kind of exaggeration helps learners catch meaning that isn't literal. It's part of the heart of colloquial English, where feelings matter more than exact words. If we move back to British comedy, we can see how Ricky Gervais and other British comics use sarcasm. Sarcasm is when someone says the opposite of what they mean, usually to be funny or critical. For example, if someone fails badly, a British comic might say, "Well, that went perfectly." In comedy, this teaches learners tone awareness. Without the right tone, sarcasm sounds rude. With it, it sounds clever and playful, a key skill in mastering natural English. Sarcasm also teaches emotional intelligence in communication. It shows us that understanding English is not only about vocabulary, but about reading feelings. Comedy trains this skill beautifully. Learners who listen carefully start to feel the hidden meanings behind words. They hear when someone is joking, teasing, or being serious. This ability makes conversation smoother and helps avoid misunderstandings, a true sign of language mastery. Now let's focus on Ellen DeGeneres and what her comedy can teach learners. Ellen's humor is based on observation, noticing funny details in ordinary life. This helps learners practice descriptive English. When she describes something simple like waiting in a line or talking to her dog, she uses everyday language, clear structure, and a warm tone. Repeating her kind of stories is a great way to practice storytelling in English. Ellen also shows the importance of pause and pace. She takes her time when telling a story. Her sentences are short, her pauses natural, and her rhythm slow but steady. For English learners, this is an ideal model. You don't need to speak fast to sound fluent. You need to sound clear, relaxed, and confident. By copying Ellen's pacing, learners build control and calmness in their own speech, a sign of mature fluency. A good tip for learners is to imitate delivery, not just words. Delivery means how something is said, tone, rhythm, and expression. Comedy teaches that words alone are not enough. You can say, "Thank you," in 100 ways, funny, polite, angry, or sarcastic. Watching comedians helps you understand how body language and voice change meaning. Once you feel this, you start to speak English that feels alive, not mechanical. Another benefit of stand-up comedy is how it helps us learn slang naturally. Slang can be confusing in books because it changes fast. But in comedy, we hear it in real use. We learn not just the word, but the feeling behind it. For example, words like cool, chill, or lit carry emotion. When we hear comedians use them, we know when and how to use them too. This kind of natural learning lasts much longer than memorization. Comedy is also a great tool for learning story structure. Every stand-up routine is a small story with a beginning, middle, and end. The beginning builds curiosity, the middle adds conflict, and the end delivers the laugh, the resolution. Learners can copy this structure when telling their own stories in English. It makes conversations more interesting and organized. And the more we tell stories, the better we communicate. Stand-up comedy also improves listening for connected speech, a skill that many learners struggle with. In real English, words blend together. Instead of want to, people say wanna. Instead of going to, they say gonna. Comedians use these all the time. By hearing them in jokes, learners get used to how native speakers actually sound. This reduces frustration when watching movies or talking to real people in English. Another great part of learning through comedy is the memory factor. Science shows that when we laugh, our brain releases endorphins that improve memory. This means comedy helps us remember vocabulary, idioms, and expressions more easily. The fun of laughter makes the language stick. Every time we recall a funny joke, we also remember the words inside it. Laughter is not only healthy, it's educational. Watching comedy also teaches us about confidence. Every comedian starts scared, standing in front of strangers. They learn to use mistakes as part of their act. This is the same journey English learners take. We fear making errors, but comedy reminds us that mistakes can be funny and useful. When we stop being afraid to speak, learning becomes easier. Humor teaches courage, the courage to communicate without fear of judgment. As learners listen more, they start to understand timing in speech. Timing means knowing when to speak, when to pause, and when to listen. Comedy depends on it. A good joke at the wrong time doesn't work. Similarly, a good sentence in English must have the right rhythm. By studying comedy, learners develop this sense of timing. They begin to feel the language, not just think it. That's where fluency truly begins.